Merry Christmas! After weeks of preparation and looking forward to the arrival of this day, the celebration of Jesus' birth is finally here.
Yes, and we hope that your home is filled with joy today. Even if you find yourself far from loved ones, know that we are with you in spirit. No one is alone. Everyone belongs in Jesus' family. And today we encourage you to do a lot more than encounter Advent, as we hope that you will encounter Jesus.
That's right. He's the source of our hope, our provision, our purpose, and belief. And He is the light of the world. He came when the light was needed, and we need His light as much today as ever before. Let's take this moment to think about what the presence of Jesus means to us. In the midst of any situation, He's there. A light for us to follow. Light can bring answers, warmth, and direction. Today may be filled with the highest joys or the lowest sorrows, or anything in between, and it all pales in the brilliance of His glorious light.
In John chapter 1, verses 4 and 5, we read that the Word gave life to everything that was created, and His life brought light to everyone. That light shines in the darkness, and the darkness can never extinguish it. If you're facing any darkness today, struggling with depression or trying to overcome an addiction, enduring loneliness, or walking through a time of spiritual doubt, Jesus wants to be the light and the healing in these areas of your life. His light is an invitation for us to accept.
John continues in verse 9, saying, "The one who is the true light, who gives light to everyone, was coming into the world." That is the heart of Christmas. It's the heart of the message. The true light came in to give light to all of us.
So this Christmas, we may recognize this light. The world may seem to have dark patches, areas filled with hopelessness, but we can find light everywhere if we look for it. We have to stop and notice its presence all around us, inspiring hope and providing healing. May we focus on the light of Jesus. There's so many distractions, always trying to fill our vision with darkness. These distractions can change our perception of reality, making us forget about the light that came and conquered.
And may we respond to the light. It isn't enough to merely recognize and focus on the light. We need to move toward it and move with it. Where the light leads, we follow. Where it goes, we go alongside. The light calls us into action. In the Christmas story, we hear of the many different responses to light. There was the innkeeper who chose to ignore the light. He missed the opportunity to witness something miraculous. He was too busy and couldn't see what was happening right outside his house. Do we ignore the light in our lives? In this moment, are we too busy to see what God is doing around us?
When King Herod tried to extinguish the light himself, his cynicism drove him to sin. He didn't believe in salvation. All that he saw was an angle to get more power and to keep it. In a broken world, he thought that the only way forward was to be just as broken. Are we cynical? Are we looking for ways to extinguish the light? Have we given up hope?
But then there were the shepherds who rejoiced in the light. They were surprised and open-hearted, ready to receive the good news. They spread joy throughout the community and shared the light everywhere they went. Do we receive the light? With whom can we rejoice today?
And finally, there were the Magi. They were willing to uproot their entire lives to follow the light, to seek its source. They had no way of knowing where it would lead them, but that didn't stop them. As the star moved, so did they. And at the end of their journey, they met the light of the world. Are we willing to follow that light wherever it leads? Christmas is a time of celebration and reflection, but it can also be a time of response. Recognize the true light in your life. Focus on Jesus and respond to Him.
Be like those who rejoice in the light, who follow its lead. Be filled today with the light of Jesus and have a very Merry Christmas.